my name's Dee and welcome to Untitled Tarot. Now this is a general reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever area of your chart you're wanting to have a look at. It's a general reading, so as such general reading rules apply. Roles can be reversed if someone else is popping their head up in this reading because the cards don't come with name tags. Obviously timing with any form of divination is far from absolute. But what I would invite you to do is to ask a question prior to the actual reading. So take a moment, think about all of the questions that are around you, focus on one of them. Be aware of all of them because the cards will answer what they want, but focus on one of them. That gives energy to the process that hopefully I will return to you in the form of a useful reading. If not, the universe will find a way. So it's not a wasted exercise. So there is a past and a present in this, actually past and present that way, in this spread. So if the past and the present do not fit, do not try to make them fit. Go and watch your rising sign, go and watch your moon sign. In fact, always go and watch your rising sign anyway. In ancient astrology, that is the most important one. Now, housekeeping, I've said about the birth chart link down in the description. There's also a link to the Facebook page for the channel. I post these videos, obviously, the astrology videos that I'm watching. I try to make it a bit of a one-stop shop. It's also got its own inbox. So if you're wanting to contact me directly for a personal reading, that's the best way to do it. I am on Tumblr and Twitter, and there's another one. Oh, I'm on Instagram now as well. But Facebook's the main one to get hold of me. Right, let's bring the cards up. That's enough of me waffling. So then, Pisces, things feel like they're a little bit up to chance at the moment. And I think you're... There seems to be a concern here that although that you're feeling supported and that you're feeling that your dreams are moving forward, are they moving forward quite in the way that you are wanting them to? There's Seven of Swords. So obviously there's the sense of strategy, but there's also a sense of... I get it. Right, there's a sense of, are you lying to yourself? This now makes sense because Lady of Masks from the Mausolea deck didn't fit with any of the other cards that have come up, because let's just point out the really positive cards here, right? We have from the Moonology Oracle deck, Believing the Impossible. We have from the Gateway Oracle, the card of Planting Seeds. Seeds of grace are being planted in the fertile soil of my soul, you know. But more to the point, it's bringing something into being. I mean, that planting seeds, yeah, it's about bringing a harvest around. And you've got elements here of bringing a harvest around. Right now, underlying your situation, we've got the Seven of Pentacles, something that you are working at to make sure you are giving it enough attention so that you do get that correct harvest to come around, and you're entering into a time of the Empress. Notice we've got a divine pairing. Now this row of four, 1, 2, 3, 4, there are oracle cards, indicate almost like the astrological influences, for want of a better phrase. Chapters of your life, trends, energetic flavors that you're passing through, and you've just passed from the Emperor to the Empress. Now that 4-3 makes me think that there's a countdown happening. There's the divine pairing, obviously, of Emperor and Empress as a foundation to your whole activities at the moment. So that gives it some welly, but also that shift in polarity from masculine to feminine. You've taken the action, you've started things going, and you have to keep going what you've started, but you also have to, strength card, but you also have to become a little more receptive. Let's see what's under here. So yeah, 9 of Cups and the Fool. You have been creating this new beginning for yourself, and it is what you want it to be. So you're not necessarily lying to yourself, because Lady of Masks. Now, I had to look this one up. It's a new deck. The Lady of Masks dwells on a vast and desolate plain, dotted with the petrified remains of dead gods, those who have no faith or worshippers to animate them. Using the fading remnants of their power, she reshapes the physical appearance of the souls who seek her out, for a price. But this change is pure vanity, changing nothing of who they are at core, or even how the actual powers in Mausolea who see truly perceive them. The Lady of Masks can grant us a costume only, useful to boost the confidence if it reflects who we are or wish to be. We should remember, however, that when it comes down to what matters, we are fooling no one. And when I read that, I was like, ooh, that's a bit harsh. But that we are fooling no one felt like a compliment. So if you're trying to be something that you're not, stop it. But if you're trying to be something that you firmly believe that you are, keep going at it. You don't necessarily need a costume. Now that was what I wanted, because we also have Sad Embrace here. Now I will look that one up because I had meant to do it before we started, but let's... Right, you may be entering a period where loss is a theme, but there's also, now here's a Piscean trait. This is what the card means if it's reversed. Are you suffering over your suffering? Do you feel that life is treating you unfairly and that you've been robbed and deprived of what you're entitled to? Do you long for a love that eludes you or success that's been bestowed upon others? Righteous anger and a sense of entitlement lead to a trap of the ego. Your suffering and loss will pass if you let them. If you hold on to your perception of unfairness, then you'll be held tight in its grip. That Sad Embrace, in a way I feel like it links with that Lady of Masks, almost as if there's a sense of mourning the passing of a costume, an identity. Even though I do think that right now you are trying to be who you want to be, who you see yourself as. But it's like, yeah, might work, might not work. But I rather feel that it is going to work if you are listening to all the clues and cues that are around you. But a sacrifice does need to be made here. A sacrifice on your behalf, which is again making sure that you have got the strength to keep going with this new dream that's appeared here. Let's have a look at the recent time. Yeah, you've come to a point where you have come to your you're mixing with your peers. You have this new dream, this new, yeah, I'm all right, I can do this. You've had the confidence here before already. So what happened? Progress was too slow. Progress was slow with the new dream, but mainly that's because that new dream still had to really take form. It still needed, you know, the I's dotting and the T's crossing and the blank bits shaded in or whatever. It still needed more work and more divine inspiration coming through to you, which recently you've had that Two of Cups here. Things have come together for you recently to set you on the path that you need to be. But as I say, you need to be listening because you're turning into a more receptive time. So keep doing with what you was doing, but keep doing what you was doing. Do not stop doing that. But don't necessarily initiate something new right now. Concentrate on keeping up doing what you was already doing, what you had already started. because that way does lie new beginning, wish fulfillment, and a commitment that is coming to. Oh, that's nice. 10 of Cups here. Strength card again. Right, this is definitely, you are on the right path. So if you have just recently started, and by recently, that could mean this year, because, hey, we know how screwy time has been, all 2020, you know, the whole decade long that has occurred since January, but also in other ways, it's gone like that. You have been planting the seeds. You have to believe that these seeds can come to term, come to growth, can actually give you this harvest that you've been working towards. But it is there. But stress about it a little bit less. There is an end to torment and nightmares if you so choose. However, there is pain in letting go of that anxiety, stress and nightmares as well. There is something that you will be saying goodbye to, but a new time is being heralded for you. I mean, Chesed here represents empathy, the right hand of the tree of life. And I almost feel that empathy thing has got to be, just imagine what other folk around you have got to put up with. I'm speaking as a Piscean. If you are in that self-pitying, I'm not good enough, I can't do this, I'm not, you know, it is, oh, woe is me, sort of mindset, when if everyone's having challenges at the minute. Have you seen this month's readings? Or turned on the news, or just walked out in the street? You know, there's a lot of challenges going on at the minute. And to be quite honest, Pisces, looking at these cards, you're doing really well. You're being led along by the nose, by spirit. And there is a promising future ahead for you. A very promising future where you are mixing with your peers. You don't have to be so defensive when you are able to show your wares. Your time of wearing costumes is coming to an end. The costume that you have recently put on to be your latest new self, fact is, it's not really a costume. I mean, look at the bottoms of the deck. We have 6 of Wands, victory, 3 of Pentacles, recognition, and Queen of Coins. This is something that you have nurtured and that is being nurtured into being. But other people, we've got the Sun card, Page of Cups, Page of Chalices. There's someone around you can reach out to. With that Chesed card, with that Sad Embrace, with this Page of Cups, there is also somebody around you that you can reach out to, irrespective of what you're doing with your big life plan or what have you, that you can reach out to and be a positive influence on. Give them some of your luck, because yes, it is luck. You may be sacrificing a few things at the moment, but you should feel lucky that you have the ability and opportunity to sacrifice these things. That's me told. How about you? But keep your eye on the prize. Believe in the impossible. You know where you're wanting to end up, because this is actually a healing time. And whereas in the past you may have healed by withdrawing, I rather feel now the healing is coming from doing and expressing. And this is that's Melahel opposing the Goetic spirit Aim, who represents here the destruction of environment. And I want to say that I feel some of that destruction of the environment is a force going on here in a good way. This Wheel of Fortune card, some of the environment that's getting destroyed, good. It's like a positively aspected Tower card. You know, get the crap out of the way. that feels really positive. Now, yeah, you've been stressing. 8 of Swords. You've been withdrawing into yourself, and you're concerned, are friends going to be standing near with you, supporting you? 3 of Cups here. And my I'm not even going to try and bring that back, so let me just swap cameras. So that strikes me as fears that are unfounded, unwarranted. As long as you are fully testing yourself and you are only allowing yourself to experience these anxieties again to make sure that you do something with them, that you are actually looking to your own inner light and not just assuming, you know, that you're just going to be alone, then that's going to have that healing effect there for you. Right, what have I not dealt with apart from the final outcome? Let's have a look at these. So there's a commitment coming up, probably a commitment by you, represented with the Strength, but 10 of Cups. This is going to be a positive thing that you're going to enjoy. Underlying that, yeah, the pain that you need to get rid of, because why haven't you got rid of it already? Let's have a look at the alternate future. Page of Wands, Queen of Cups, 6 of Coins. There's something that you're going to hold up to the world, some message that you're holding up to the world that has value and has a greater depth. It's one that you're feeling. Look, another divine pairing. Oh, you can't see because the phone's died. But Queen of Cups, King of Cups on the alternate futures pile. So there's a divine pairing. So maybe there's some love life stuff here going on. You've a couple of divine pairings, you know, 2 of Cups, wherever that appeared. We have, if you accept, if you try and take control of where your dream is going right now, rather than just keep doing what you was doing because you know it's the general right direction, then you could easily get pushed to one side. But the this dream, this new you that you've already started doing, it is going to come into being, but there's an element of don't wear a costume, let it evolve naturally. Again, bringing us back to the Lady of Masks. So the more I go into these cards, the more relevant she becomes. Final outcome cards, we have Queen of Swords, 8 of Cups, King of Pentacles. So your efforts are going to have a material result, which is that harvest that has been promised. But there is a certain things that you may want to cut away to get down to the nitty-gritty of what you are wanting to achieve. And I think you're going to see through a lot. There's quite a few things where this 8 of Cups I don't feel at all badly about. There's 2 ways I can interpret the 8 of Cups. One is, yeah, I don't want that no more. Or the other one is, let me just put this here, leave this here, because I'm going to go over there and do that, but this will still be here when I get back. And this is giving me 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. There's some things that you're putting to one side just because they'll still be there when you get back. There's other things where you are saying, yeah, I'm not going down that path anymore. There seems to be a lot of getting rid of stress and anxiety, gaining recognition, healing within all of this, and it's healing that inner voice that's just meh, 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 meh. You know, you're crap, you're useless, you're not going to do this any good. It's like, no, if you're doing it because you enjoy it, that indicates that maybe you are good at it. Or if you're going in this path because it feels right, that indicates that if it feels right, it probably is the right path. And the worries about, am I worthy to go down this path, are ones that think about the litany against fear. You know, let it wash through you and over you. And when the fear has gone, only you remain. As I said, believe in the impossible. That is the one that's really jumping out to me. But you may have put a costume on to start this, but as the book said, you're not fooling nobody. So there's a lot more. Keep doing what you're doing, not necessarily initiating anything new, but keep doing what you're doing, and being receptive to the new directions that come forward. Although, purely for shock value, I think I'm going to call this reading You're Not Fooling Anybody, because you're not. But I really like this. I really do like this Eight of Cups with these two, Queen of Swords, King of Pentacles. That King of Pentacles, he knows what he's doing. If you think about it, in a love reading, the King of Pentacles, as I always say, can represent all that, you know, the house, the clothes, the car, the confidence, the charisma. But with this one, I think it's Indra. I'd have to look that up actually. I'm not going to say that for definite, but there's a wonderful confidence there, and I think that's a confidence that you can be using, you can be building with. But what I really like is the expression on his face, where there's more that he's got to show you, there's more that he's got to tell you, and that is, there's more that your path that you are building as the sign of the Pentacles has got to show you and tell you, and that's why you need to be in that more receptive role at the moment. So my apologies that my other phone went out and died, but that's a good reading, Pisces. Stick at it. Stop trying to wear a costume because you don't need it. You're not fooling no one. I'll see you at the full moon readings. In the meantime, if this means anything to you, comment down below. Press like, share and subscribe. I'm a YouTube person. Those things help. So yeah, I'm only a year old, but also a like video helps get this video seen. So if there's anyone you think it could be useful for, send it them. Other than that, I will see you at the full moon. Cheers.